Hi. In this passage, Jesus is in Jerusalem and goes to the temple. It is the Passover, the annual Jewish feast, commemorating and celebrating the liberation of the Hebrews from Egyptian slavery. This is perhaps the most central and important festival in the Jewish tradition. Without the events that this festival celebrates, there would not be an Israel, a temple, a people of God. It was also a pilgrimage festival, meaning that many people traveled great distances to worship in Jerusalem during Passover. To celebrate the Passover, different animals were required for burnt offerings in the temple. Despite how legitimate this practice was, the spirit behind these practices was not. It had become an opportunity to make money. In the very words of Jesus, these people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. This is what made Jesus angry, a righteous anger. The evangelist John places the story of the cleaning of the temple at the very beginning of his gospel, unlike the other three evangelists that have it at the end. For John, Jesus' actions in the temple pointed to the heart of who Jesus was and what he had come to do. It had to come at the beginning, not at the end. It had to set the scene. Story after story and person after person, like Israel's greatest prophets, Jesus longed to draw people back to the heart of God, back to the first commandment. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. This is a commandment grounded in relationship, the relationship between God and God's people. Remember who you are, Jesus was saying, and even more importantly, remember whose you are. Your worth comes from God's liberating act of bringing you out of Egypt, out of exile, out of whatever bondage you are in right now. It is compassion that shapes Jesus' ministry. In Jesus, God offers us a temple where we can receive the forgiveness of sin and be reconciled to God without cost. In our baptism, we enter this temple, becoming one with the body of Christ. As we continue the journey of Lent, Jesus continues to invite you out of your sin and guilt to abide with him in the temple of his body, which he offers for you on the cross.